This is the kind of fight that fans never forget. A night filled with power, heart, and pure action. David Benavidez versus KYRONE Davis wasn't just another boxing match. It was a war in the ring. Two American fighters stepping in with pride, with passion, and with one goal: to win. But only one could walk out victorious, and what happened inside that ring left fans stunned. David Benavidez came into this fight with a reputation. People call him the Mexican Monster for a reason. He's strong, fast, and he hits like a truck. He's also unbeaten. Every time he steps into the ring, fans expect fireworks. And that's exactly what he brings. On the other side was KYRONE Davis. Now, Davis wasn't the favorite going into the fight, but you can't underestimate a man with a strong will. Davis had a heart full of fire. He trained hard, came prepared, and told the world he wasn't just showing up. He was coming to win. From the moment both fighters entered the ring, the energy in the arena was electric. You could feel the tension. The crowd was on edge. The bell rang, and just like that, it started. Round 1. No time wasted. Benavidez came out aggressive. He moved forward like a machine, throwing jabs and testing Davis's defense. Davis tried to stay calm. He moved around, keeping his distance, using footwork to stay out of danger. But Benavidez was patient and smart. He started going to the body early, throwing hooks that echoed through the arena. Davis responded with his own shots. He tried to counter, tried to hit Benavidez with clean punches, but Benavidez kept walking him down. His pressure was non-stop. Every time Davis took a breath, Benavidez was right there in his face. The second round looked similar. Benavidez kept jabbing, kept landing heavy shots to the body. Davis moved well, but he couldn't get Benavidez to slow down. It was like trying to stop a train. No matter what he did, Benavidez just kept coming. In round 3, things started heating up even more. Benavidez's shots got faster. He started mixing up his punches, upstairs, downstairs, jab, hook, uppercut. Davis was trying everything to keep up. He threw back, he stayed tough, and he showed no fear. That's the thing about Davis. He's a warrior. He didn't quit. Even as Benavidez started landing more shots, Davis kept fighting. He didn't run, he didn't hide. He stood there toe-to-toe and gave it everything he had. But Benavidez was on another level. Round after round, he turned up the heat. In round 4, he started backing Davis into the ropes. That's where Benavidez is most dangerous. Once he has you on the ropes, he unloads. And that's exactly what he did. Left hook, right hand, body shot. He was landing everything. Davis tried to escape, tried to fight his way out, but Benavidez stayed on him like glue. By round 5, you could see the effects. Davis was still standing, but his body was starting to slow down. The punches were taking a toll. His breathing got heavier, his steps a bit slower. Benavidez noticed it. He smelled blood. That's when he really turned it up. He started throwing combinations that looked like something out of a movie. Fast, sharp, accurate. The crowd went wild with every punch. Davis still fought back. He didn't let up. But his punches didn't have the same pop. Benavidez, on the other hand, looked fresh, strong, and locked in. Then it happened. A brutal combination. From Benavidez shook Davis. Left hook, uppercut, right hand. Davis wobbled. He was still on his feet, but just barely. Benavidez didn't stop. He threw more shots fast and hard, and Davis couldn't answer. The referee jumped in. He had seen enough. He knew Davis had heart, but he also knew safety comes first. And with that, the fight was over. A technical knockout. Victory for David Benavidez. The fans exploded. Cheers, screams, claps. Everyone knew they had just witnessed something special. Benavidez raised his hands in victory, his face calm, like he had expected it all along. He didn't just win, he dominated. Round after round, he showed why he's one of the most feared fighters in his division. His speed, his power, his pressure, it was all on display. But let's talk about KYRONE Davis for a moment. Yes, he lost the fight, but he didn't lose respect. In fact, he earned even more of it. He stood toe-to-toe with a monster and didn't back down. He took heavy shots, but he never gave up. That's heart. That's courage. That's what boxing is all about. Win or lose, Davis showed he's a real fighter. After the fight, Benavidez spoke with confidence. He said he was ready for bigger challenges. He wants the big names. He wants to fight the best. And after a performance like that, who can doubt him? He made it look easy, but it wasn't. He trained hard. He came prepared. And he showed what it means to be a world-class boxer. This fight wasn't just about punches. It was about pressure, willpower, and never giving up. It showed the beauty of boxing, the skill, the strategy, the heart. Every round told a story of a man chasing greatness and another man refusing to go down easy. Fans were on their feet. They cheered every punch, every round, every second. It was exciting, it was intense, and it was unforgettable. What comes next for David Benavidez? That's the big question. Everyone's talking about a possible fight with Canelo Alvarez. Could that happen? Could we see two of the best at 168 pounds face off in the ring? If Benavidez keeps performing like this, the answer is yes. He's not just knocking on the door, he's kicking it down. And what about Davis? He'll be back. Fighters like him don't stay down. He'll train, recover, and return stronger. Because that's who he is. A warrior. This fight might go down as a loss on paper, but in the hearts of fans, Davis won. Respect forever. For now, boxing fans around the world are talking about what they just saw. A fight that had everything: speed, power, drama, and a finish that left people speechless. If you missed it, go back and watch. If you saw it live, you know how crazy it was. This is what makes boxing so incredible. Two men step into a ring, both prepared, both hungry. They trade punches, push limits, and show the world what toughness really means. Benavidez versus Davis gave fans a night to remember. If you're a fan of boxing, fights like this are why you watch. If you're new to the sport, this is the perfect example of what it's all about. The action, the passion, the power, it's all right here. So, what did we learn tonight? We learned that David Benavidez is not just a contender, he's a beast. We learned that KYRONE Davis has the heart of a lion. And we learned that when these kinds of fighters step into the ring, anything can happen. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. There are more fights coming, more knockouts, more moments that make you jump off the couch. Don't blink, because in boxing, everything can change with one punch. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next big fight. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next battle inside the ropes.